time for the Getting Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millers Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millers Ferry hunting and fishing report.
All right, Big Daddy, here we go.
There he is. Team Bigfoot, baby. Another one on the B&B Silver Shade. Team Bigfoot in the house.
Shane Jones crappie fishing.
Got it. First one, 2023, smackdown.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Getting Outdoors podcast 209 Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report with my outdoor reporters, Mr. Shane Jones, Kevin Sims, and Dialed In Dunn.
I'm here. I'm here. In the house.
Uh-oh. There you
There's
go.
no doubt I'm going to have 15 today because I am
right.
dialed in on them. I guarantee 15 today.
Well,
Dialed in,
the
dude.
only thing happened is I bumped that button and I messed up. And it took another week to get dialed in.
All right, y'all. I just got through interviewing Matt Palmer, the inventor of the hog trap trigger. I had been hearing about it from the General Lofton. Jimmy Lofton was on there with us, and he explained it to it, how he invented it, how it works. And I tell you what, if you have not seen or heard of, I got a link to his YouTube channel. It's called the Hog Trap Trigger. It fits on any trap made. He's even got one that will let the net up on a pig brig and let it down. You leave the net up, and you can throw that trigger and it'll let the net down on it. It's unbelievable.
That's neat. Well, it's so much technology out there.
It really is.
It's unbelievable.
It really is. And I tell you something else, is some technology too. Shane Jones, you have got something going on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock at Shane Jones Fishing Facebook page. And tomorrow night, it's going to be live on your YouTube channel, right, Shane?
Yeah, so we got it linked. John and Jessica, I think John and Jessica don't get up there till Friday. He's up there at Pickwick. They've got a crappie masters tournament up there. And I think we may have two other guys that fish national trails. I'll find out tonight. But if they come aboard, there's going to be a lot of information given out.
Well, you and John and Jessica just got a way to milk that information out of them professional fishermen. I guarantee you, y'all get some good information out of them every Thursday night.
Yep.
And
It's fun.
we're looking forward to it. Got a good crowd on here. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We got old Rusty Godbold, Kayla McGillbeard, Noonan Hall. Noonan Hall's turkey season opened today, and he went hunting. He didn't kill one, but they opened in Mississippi. Jared Hudson's tuned in. Taylor and Jessica Ward tuned in. Robert Hudson, Brian Taylor, Big Bama Bryant got him a big old flathead this weekend. We'll talk about that. Bud's tuned in. Bud went and caught him some skipjack.
That's good.
Today at Cleveland, and he talking about getting in the jugging contest.
We're going to talk about what to do with them skipjack.
Denise on there.
Miss Denise tuned in. What is that? Some of that stuff you stole from TMD Hook?
Yeah, and he told me the secret recipe and how to use it.
All right, we'll
Well,
talk.
why Denise is right here? What are we going? She done come up with a new biscuit recipe.
Okay.
Y'all better not stand no biscuit challenge now. It's over. It's
Well,
over.
I'm willing to taste test anytime. Now,
All right,
anytime.
all right.
Y'all.
I come home last night and I walked by there and I picked it up. I thought they was cupcakes, and I put that thing in my mouth and I said, "Dang, that's cornbread." She didn't know that's biscuits.
I want some of that spaghetti you and Denise were cooking.
looks
the other day.
good.
That's what
Yeah,
I
I'm
want.
gonna make a big batch here for too long. I'll bring y'all some.
All right, that sounds good. All right, we got a
Well,
couple.
let's video that.
We got a couple of things we need to go over, starting with the marina has broken ground for the new marina at the Millers Ferry Marina. I'm so glad of that, and be glad when they get that built. I do want to remind everybody, starting on the 26th, I believe, is when they're going to close the road at the four-way stop. That four-way stop coming out of Camden on Highway 28, if you're coming into Camden from Millers Ferry, the four-way stop will be closed, and you're going to have to detour down 221. 221 turns right there at Canton Bend, where your old store was, Joe Allen.
Yep.
And you got to go all the way down to McDonald's Grocery. And if you go into Camden, you got to turn left on 162. I think the trucks have got to go all the way to 41, and they're going to ride them right through downtown Camden. But that's going to be a 60-day construction day job. So if you're coming hunting or fishing from Linden, Thomaston, Demopolis, Marion, anyway that way, you're gonna have to turn off on 221 and go around. And if you're coming from Pine Hill, Thomasville, Butler, anywhere that way, you're gonna have to turn right. No, you just go straight, go through Camden, come out to Methodist Church right there. But
I mean, it's not that big a deal as long as you know about it.
yeah, as long as you know about it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm telling everybody.
You don't want to be pulling a
telling everybody now.
24-foot boat down there, and all of a sudden, ooh, I got to turn around.
All right. The time changed last week. Did it affect y'all any? I can't get used to it.
I love it.
What about you, Kev? How does it affect somebody that works like you do from daylight to dark?
Well, it's I don't like it getting. I like it to be daylight going to work. I don't see good in the dark.
Yeah.
I'd rather be daylight when I'm going to work, even if it is 4:30 in the morning. But it is nice to have something better to take care of a few things around the house in the evening.
In the afternoon, you got a little more daylight.
That's right.
Also, we introduced Shane Jones this weekend to possum bend sausage and them possum bend ribeyes.
They was
Sure did.
They were good. Talking about eating now. We had a dang feast.
We had good all weekend.
And I want to tell everybody what's today? Wednesday, Friday night, the 17th at the Camden Baptist Church. Troy Ruiz is going to be there to talk turkey. This is the youth turkey season this weekend, and he's coming, and they're going to cook, and he's going to have a speech. If you never heard his testimony, that is something worth going to hear. And I'll be at the Camden Baptist Church, 6:00 Friday night. Matt will be at Faith Chapel in Franklin, Alabama. Matt Kelly will be there Saturday night at a wild game supper at Faith Chapel in Franklin, Alabama. And I didn't know Mike Kitzinger was preaching, and that's his church. But that will be Saturday night. So that'll be two top dogs in the outdoor industry doing some talking for y'all this weekend. You saw where they caught that great white shark off the bank in Gulf Shores?
Yep, I saw
Off
that.
the beach, I'm talking about.
I watched
That's
it
scary.
I watched it 3 or 4 times, and a tail fin. I don't think a great white's got the nipple coming off his tail. that shark's got the point coming off his upper fin on his tail fin.
I don't know.
I think it's a mako, but now ain't nobody else said that but me. So
Look what Freddie, you and Brody going to the Meridian Rodeo.
Oh yeah, Brody rides Friday night, Saturday night.
There you go, Freddie. You can get Freddie back behind.
Hell, I can't go back there. On the college rodeos, it ain't like the regular ones. I can be the extra. I can go back there, but on the college, which sometime before it starts, I can kind of slip back there. But like, I can't get up on the chutes. You got to have a uniform on to go back on the chutes.
All right, thank you, Freddie, for giving us that information. One more thing. Oh, two more things. One thing, I got 2 texts this week from anglers saying that they blasting through the Roland Cooper State Park little entrance right there, and they don't have no wake buoys used to be there. They're not that anymore. And I don't know what to do about it. I mean, you just have to use common sense. It's no sense in blasting through that opening right there. So everybody really just use common sense and slow down when you're going through there. It should be some no wake buoys there, but it's not. And it's going to be 3 bass tournaments this weekend on the river. So everybody practice.
Everybody needs to be aware. If it's a tournament going on and they call out numbers inside, they coming through that hole.
Yeah, but
they ain't supposed to.
They're supposed to idle to the river. Every tournament says that. Now. Yeah, and if they DQ'd them.
I was at Maddie's blast off the other day, and I heard her say if anybody got off,
put it on plane before you got in the river,
she was going to disqualify.
You were DQ'd.
Yeah. So, but now that's bass tournaments. I'm talking about this is during the week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, y'all just use common sense. Alan White's book, One Season. I know y'all done read it, Joe Allen.
Yeah.
He texted me today. It's on sale. Now's the time to buy it. Turkey season. It's a great book. It goes through a season of him turkey hunting down in Monroe County. It's a great book, and I got it on my Facebook page. You can get it at the old museum in Monroe County, or they got it at Black Belt Treasures, or he has a website you can order it from. But it is a great book, great gift for somebody that turkey hunts.
And youth turkey season is coming in this weekend,
this Saturday and Sunday.
And I put a thing up. I've had the privilege to call up all my boys' first turkey during youth turkey season.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you will never forget.
That's right. They done got grown now.
That's right.
You got 2 grandboys over.
Well, I'm gonna call theirs up too.
What about Brody and Tristan? You call theirs up?
Actually,
I did.
Tanner Williams called up Tristan's first turkey. I had to work that day. He killed one that had 1 inch and 7/16 spurs, his first turkey. And then
trophy.
Me and Brody was hunting, and Tristan and Tanner was hunting that day. And neither one of us got on a turkey. We got back together, and we was kind of making a loop listening. Well, one gobbled about 10:30. We all sat down, and make a long story short, the turkey started coming, and I seen it coming, and I had Brody sit up and had his shooting stick. He was 7, and I think, or 8. I had him between my legs. I had his shooting stick up. And I told him, I said, we got to let him get on this side of that little dim road. And anyway, Tanner was calling, and Tristan was sitting way to the left. So it's 4 of us in a burn. I mean, we ain't got nothing to cut high behind. It was like I was worried about, it wasn't clean enough. Well, the turkey got up in bounds. I heard Tristan push his safety off. And I cut my eyes over, and I give him I'll cut your throat. Like that with my hand, And Brody, when he saw the turkey, he started trembling, and the gun wasn't pointed right. So I'm pushing the stick over with my knee, trying to get it pointed toward the turkey. And the turkey saw us. And I said, shoot, son, bam. And the turkey hit the ground. He had 1.5 inches spurs.
Nice.
How do you get to be your first? I ain't never killed one that big. I mean, that's like a freak.
That's a story they'll never forget.
They'll always remember that.
Yep.
All right, let's get into the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report. I called the Millers Ferry Powerhouse and the Jones Bluff Powerhouse today. Both of them, Millers Ferry's got 3 units running around the clock. Jones Bluff's got 4 units running around the clock. Where's all this water coming from?
I don't know.
North of us, that guy I know from Florence, he told me it rained every day for 6-7 days. It's been flooding up there, he said. He said it's terrible.
But you say the water's clear, Joe Allen, and the temperature went from 60 0.5 to 65 today in the river, according to Mark Bolden. And the sloughs is up to 65, and I've heard of 70 degrees. This cold weather ain't done nothing to it.
Well, you got to realize, even though it's cold, water lags behind just a little bit. It won't be long. If it stays this cold, it'll get cold again.
Is that what the temperatures up there where you are, Shane, about like that?
There were 60 yesterday when I done that little electronics trip yesterday, and it was 60 degrees. So it takes a lot of cold. You know, you got to realize the sun's out. If it was cloudy and cold, it would drop very fast. But that sun's out, and that water still got a little color to it, so it retains a lot of heat.
And I'll tell you how you can tell that. Even if it's 40 degrees outside, you go out there and get in your pickup truck, and it's been out in the sun.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Right.
It's hot in there.
You got to roll the windows down, let the heat out.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little theory about that too, that when you have lots of current and the water's moving, that it's not cooling off as fast as sitting still when we got a cold night, dead water, and the cold is just like soaking in its bones of the water. Well, when it's all moving like that, you know, someone like the water that was feeling the 30 degrees here this morning, it's down there at the beach, down there where it's, or down at Mobile, down there where it was 15 degrees warmer by the time, by daylight, you know.
And then you have a day like tomorrow that's going to be in the 70, 73, 4 and kick it right back up.
Yeah. They don't take many cold nights to undo water, you know, but the one or two good days will bring it right this time of year. You know, it won't do that in February, but in March, it don't take much heat to get it back, jump back up.
Well, everything is changing. I'm telling you, the woods have greened up as green as it just
It's
about
early.
green.
It's early. It's
Birds
really
are
early.
chirping,
Yeah.
turkeys are gobbling. It's springtime at my house.
My azaleas at the house had done dropped their flowers already.
Dogwood's starting to drop too.
Yeah.
All right, catfishing. Old Big Mama Bryant had Michelle and Jimmy out on his boat this weekend. Michelle and Jimmy Pritchett, and they had a nice flathead they caught out there. I ain't heard the story yet, but I know he was anchored down or either dragging bait. I know that for sure. And old Bud's down there getting them skipjack at Cleveland, and he's talking about fishing that June jugging contest, Joe Allen. Now,
Who's that?
Bud Williams and,
Good.
and Kyle.
Good.
And now, what are we going to do if Bud and Kyle beats Team Bigfoot, Kip?
I'm going to take my hat off to him.
No, because
There's no doubt I'm going to have 15 today.
Oh, Lord.
In on them. I guarantee 15 today.
Y'all being done.
Y'all don't give me no respect.
well,
I'm like Ronnie Dangerfield. Y'all don't give me no
You know,
respect.
I was thinking the same thing, Joe.
Joe Allen, you wasn't here last weekend, but we had a camper at Roland Cooper State Park. Miss Dottie's tuned in. Hey, Miss Dottie. And he put some long lines in the river up at Elms Bluff and went back the next morning. They was almost at Roland Cooper, and he caught the heck out of some dern. He was using live bait shop minnows and live brim and caught some big flathead.
Well, that's good.
Long lining. So if you're coming this weekend, Millers Ferry catfishing, what we need to do.
Well, what with the water condition like they are right now, it's across the board. But I still say go shallow right now. And if river's not flowing too fast, put some out in the river, you know. But
you don't have to get down to the bottom. If you can even get in the river and put out 5-6 foot jugs and catch fish right now.
You probably had 12-foot lines in the river. They do good.
Yeah, get up. I'd say you want to
Are
be.
you saying those fish are suspended in that deep water?
Well, I mean they're hunting food. I mean it's getting time for them to spawn. You know they up in the shallows. Up in the banks, up in the treetop. They eat.
Well, I've watched the videos on them guys cutting those holes in those cans. Putting them out, making jug lines. In the sloughs. And that's what they want this time of year. They ready to spawn. They ready to put them eggs out somewhere. So I still say shallow water. Gotta be.
Yeah. Well, bait, skipjack are running. I've heard some folks catching some skipjack. Now, what about that? Talk about this stuff. Let me see it right here. This is the stuff you found when you went on the adventure in the Team D Hooker's boat. This is that. This is that Procure Catfish Magic Chicken Liver Cure. Now, tell us about this.
Well,
It's it's in granular.
yeah, it's not liquid, it's granular. And you take it, and I got Travis at the house, and I got him on the ground. I twisted his arm, and he started telling me all this stuff. He said, "You take this and put it in he says the best way, if you get those containers, say if you're going to have 25 jugs, so you need to cut you 50 pieces of skipjack, put it in there, then you sprinkle this over it, but then," he said, "take garlic powder and sprinkle over it and shake it up in that container."
Now, that's what you saw them containers
That's
in there.
right.
That's what that was.
And then you freeze it.
In those flat Tupperware containers.
Yes. And then the night before you go on fishing, take it out and thaw it out. Let it thaw out.
That makes sense.
That way you can stack, several containers with 50 cut pieces of skipjack and be ready to go. So I'm ready for you, Travis. I got it all figured out now.
Well, June be here before you know it. So y'all get everything ready for the June tournament at Roland Cooper State Park. All right, crappie fishing. Shane, you was on Millers Ferry Saturday, and you was up your way Sunday. Millers Ferry was out of play down here Sunday because it rained all day.
Yeah, it stormed all day.
Give us a crappie fishing report.
We went, everybody thinks the crappie went to the banks. I'm not saying a few of them haven't, but they're still at mid depth. They're still 7, 8, 10 foot deep. Right now, this time of year, they like to get on something that's vertical because they can move up and down the water column as the water cools, the water gets higher. They may decide to bed right there on the side of that timber. I mean, I'm learning these electronics that a lot of those fish don't go to the bank like you would think. They just don't go to the bank. They stay out. So, they're catching them in Grenada, in 5, 6 foot of water. And they got eggs running out of them where they're bedding, out there, in 6 foot of water. So, but we caught them mid depth. They were scattered. Fish are moving a lot. They're moving. I believe, that when they stop by that timber, they just really daydream and then they'll take back off and they're eating on shad. They're getting, they're doing their thing. So, but that's how we caught them all. They were just scattered against timber.
And it was the same way both places you went?
Yeah, so when I got up here, there was a few fish shallow. There was a lot of blackfish, a lot of males up shallow when the sun was out. And but I just couldn't get them to bite. I think we kept 16. We've seen a lot, but the water up here is a lot clearer than it is down there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you what, Gerald and Travis tore them up 2 days in a row. They both
they had a good week. They got the water caught right. And I tell people all the time, during the week, fishing's a little bit easier than Saturday when you got 200 boats running around and you got 4 or 5 crappie. When I fished Saturday, a good buddy of mine was in there fishing and another guy. So, you got competition in there, on the weekends. But, hey, there's plenty of fish to be caught, though. I promise you that.
I guarantee you. And Mark Bolden was out there today. I don't know what he ended up with. I know he released a 2.40 because he sent me the video.
I talked to Scott Mitchell earlier. He was on his way home, and he said he caught several over 2 pounds. He stayed mid-river around Roland Cooper, he said, pitching some jigs around. He caught several nice 2-pounders, let them all go. So.
What are you going to do if you come into Millers Ferry this weekend, Shane?
It depends. If I got my electronics, I'm gonna cover some water. I'm gonna cover some water, look for some fish on some brush. I don't know if the river's gonna be in play because the current is supposed to rain a lot. Friday, I think you're supposed to get an inch of rain, so that's gonna affect some of those creeks probably by Saturday morning. So I would be looking for some scattered fish with electronics. If I didn't have electronics, I would look at some docks. There's gonna be certain docks that's gonna have fish. Mm-hmm. If you can shoot some docks, if you don't know how, hey, practice, get with somebody that knows how. I mean, that's how you learn. Somebody's got to show you. You can't really that's what I tell people. You're not going to read a book or watch a video and learn how to do it.
And it ain't that hard. It is not that hard, but it does.
It's not. And you learn how to do that, and it opens up a lot of different avenues to catch a lot of crappie. It's just not dropping them in the bank, or in the top or something. You need to learn a variety of ways to, catch those fish, so you're not hung up on something.
Well, it's jigs and minnows both are working. I mean,
That's right.
we went strictly to minnows about 2
Yeah.
months ago. We couldn't catch them on a jig, but they both in play now.
Well, I know one thing you're gonna do if you do come to Millers Ferry, Shane. We're gonna be eating crawfish at the house.
I got you. Hey, there's old John and Jessica.
He's up there. Where is he at? Top west corner.
He's at Pickwick. He's up there. Okay. Pickwick. I think that's where they are. They got a crappie masters up there. He's up there pre-fishing for this Saturday.
Okay. Well, good luck. Good luck this weekend, John and Jessica.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to him today. I'll talk to him here after the show, probably.
See what the slab busters say. More rain Friday. Old Coosa just settling down. Here we go with that current. Yep, that's right.
It's coming. It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow everything out, because the way it looks like everybody's gonna get a bunch of rain. But this time of year, so it's gonna happen. You get frustrated with it all you want. We better learn how to fish in it.
That's right. Yeah,
That's right.
It just get out there and
That's
get
right.
her.
I tell people that it's not a wasted trip. I mean, if you go and drop some minnows in some tops, in a creek channel, you're like, man, I caught that fish 8 foot deep. Go try to find you another creek channel with a tree exactly like that. Even no electronics. You don't have. That's how we used to catch them.
Create a pattern. Yeah, that's right.
Repeat how you're catching them. Like Matt Rogers said on our crappie cast a few shows ago. Crappie do not do anything by accident. They know where they are all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just don't wind up somewhere. They know where they're going. So
it's a pattern.
So when we go out there and fish all day long, catch one or two, then what? Is there no such thing as a straggling crappie? Because that's what I figure
well,
out.
you could have caught one moving from cover. Like I said, when I'm watching with that live scope, I watch them leave timber and cover 20 yards, and they'll stop. And sometimes they'll stop in between cover, and they're just kind of daydreaming and waiting on a shad to come by. I don't know what they're doing, but it's just, you don't know.
And we might add too, while we got you on here, Shane, you are, since the daylight, it's more daylight in the afternoon, you are taking people in the afternoon for electronic, I don't know what I guess
it's just an educational trip. Like guy yesterday, he has a Lowrance, and Lowrance has a lot less settings than Garmin does, and I know a little bit about him, and he didn't understand the concept of it, the way the cone works on it, and I'm not going to go into detail on the show, but we went out for 3 hours, and hey, he's lined up. He understands the whole philosophy of it now, and he had all that money invested, and he's like, look, man, just a couple hours. And he paid me, and he said, man, that was well worth the trip just to try to get ahead, and like I said, that's what I done 4 or 5 years ago. Same thing.
You got to learn it. And that 20-degree cone, you got to keep your bait in there if you want to see it.
Well, the main thing, like Shane said, if they've never done it, they don't know what in the world's going on. They're clueless. Mm-hmm. And I tried to tell, when me and Donna fish, I said, all right, my trolling motor's looking this way. And when I flipped to 14 foot, you see my bait? And she saw it. So, all right, you know where it's at.
Yeah.
And everywhere I'm turning at 14 foot, throw in front of it.
That's right. That guy yesterday was amazed. This crappie left some timber, and it's going to my left. And I just kind of eased his boat over and made a pitch, and that fish was moving, and my bait was moving. He was like, I said, look, you've shot skeet before and shot clays. You're guessing where that clay is going to be when you pull the trigger. Same way with that live scope.
Yeah.
You have to do it. My neighbors think I'm crazy. I'm sitting up in my boat, shooting my jig at a cup or practicing. And the guy said, you ain't going to catch something in the driveway. Oh, I'm getting ready to catch something. It's just. they think I'm crazy.
Say, trying to get people to understand there's no right and left with live scope.
That's exactly right. You got to realize your screen is looking like this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really sitting on top of your trolling motor like this. It's like a scope.
Yeah.
But once it clicks in your head. That guy yesterday, he was like, oh, I get it. He's like, oh, I see how the cone works. Because
you got it, and it will click in your head if you do it. If you time on the water, you'll feel, you'll know exactly when you move that trolling motor what you're looking at in the screen.
That's exactly right. You're the best anglers in the world never pick their head up from live scope. They got their
Yeah.
head. They know where the foot is on the trolling motor. You know, I'm getting that way where I know where my foot is without having to look at the head. But that's something that just takes time. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's nothing, you know, if you're going to fool with electronics, hey, get as good as you can with it. That way
Yeah.
you maximize your time on the water and your money that you've spent.
That's right. All right, let's go to bass fishing, Kevin. I have not heard anything from the Gilberttown Bass Club this weekend. All I heard, Tommy Bridges said it took 15 pounds to win it. I don't know who won it. Have you heard anything?
I have not heard it.
They didn't put anything on the internet, and I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, we got 3 tournaments this weekend. One out of Roland Cooper State Park, Jeremy Bass, Pride of the South. Maddie's here with our Bridgeport team trail out of Bridgeport City Landing, and Fishers of Men will be fishing out of Ellis's Landing. So that's 3. I'd say average probably 20, 30 boats apiece. Maddie she had 60 last time. So if you come into Millers Ferry to fishing one of them tournaments, Kevin, are you gonna fish any one of them?
Yeah, I'm fishing. I'm fishing Maddie's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know you don't want to tell everybody what you gonna do, but what would you do if you was out of towner coming to Millers Ferry?
With the rain and the cold front getting back cold Saturday, you know, I'm probably gonna start off spot fishing, probably. You know, and then let the current and the weather kind of tell me what's going on. But I'm gonna probably start off spot fishing.
Throwing what?
Spinnerbait, crankbait, swim bait, A-rig,
There
jig,
you go.
and
There
chicken.
you go.
We're gonna
Hey, Big Daddy, I will tell people what I was using. I'll tell you exactly what I'm using. I mean, it's not hard.
you
Y'all
talking
see
about
that bait right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I had on.
That's a bonehead slim stick and white and chartreuse with a chartreuse head. That's what I've been catching them fish on for a month. I ain't trying to hide nothing.
Yeah, but
throw that right there in front of them, I promise you they'll eat it.
yeah. Well, that's crappie, but now we got them hammers coming in here bass fishing this weekend.
Them spots.
Hey,
They don't care what I'm fishing with. I promise you.
Hey, you're exactly right. But you know, a good bass fisherman don't use but 3 or 4 baits, and they may change colors, and even though they've got $10,000 worth of equipment, you know, they got confidence in baits just like I do.
It's gonna be some good fishermen down here, and then next weekend, which will be the 25th, Jeremy's got that Delta Classic. It's gonna be, I think he's got 70 boats already signed up for it. So we're gonna have some bass fishermen in town.
I see some guys catch some nice bass, and if you need a little information, Kevin, later I'll show you where I seen some guys catch some nice ones last Saturday.
Yeah, we'll talk when we get off there.
You can take info in these tournaments. So.
Yeah,
they serious about these tournaments now.
Oh yeah.
All we out here for is just kind of help you out a little bit. All right, pond fishing's wide open. I'm not going to go into that too much. If you got a farm pond, take a kid fishing now. It's just a great time of the year to be fishing on a pond. Turkey season comes in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, the regular. But this Saturday and Sunday is youth season. Joel and them already have talked about it.
Yeah.
And please take a youth fishing this weekend.
Carry your young ones hunting.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what, because you'll make a memory they will always remember.
That's right.
And I mean, it's unreal what we was talking the other weekend about at the house when Simon and Aaron was there about turkey hunting, and Holland and Hayden and them coming out talking. It was about their experiences with Daddy on the first hunt.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. Well, that's this weekend. So y'all take advantage of it. And also coon hunting's why this cool weather done got them coon hunters. Old Bucky Barrett been coon hunting. But you see that picture? He sent me that 4-wheeler with that big old rattlesnake in front of it this afternoon. So be careful. Be careful if you go into the woods. Michael Hilliard's tuned in. How you doing, Michael? Leon Andrews and old Brad Dunn's tuned in. All right, rodeo, Kevin. Catch us up on the rodeo.
Me and Brody went to Robertsdale to a PCA pro event Friday night, and Brody, he was first man out, and he drawed a horse that was number 3 horse at the PCA finals last year, and he got him a seat and best ride he's ever made.
For 7 seconds.
And he just got just a little bit complacent, and a horse that good felt him, and he makes a hard left-hand turn, jerked him down because he felt that Brody had done got off his rigging. I mean, and Brody got him a little dose of how smart those horses are that's at that level. And he did really good. He didn't quite get his feet moving, but he was like trying to. I mean, it was a really good ride, and we got the EMCC at Meridian this weekend. There'll be 6 or 7 colleges there. Brody rides on Friday night, Saturday night. It starts on Thursday night, and it'll be all events Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And each rough stock guy he'll ride 2 of the 3 nights, depending on which night he draws out. And they'll have all your timed events the other 3 nights, and if you're really into it, they'll have to slack it at the end of the night, and they'll be out there to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
So you gonna go rodeo on Friday night and then come back and fish Maddie's term?
Yep.
Woo!
He got it. Hey, he's good. He got it. Heck, you got to get it in when you can, Big Daddy.
Well, I see, and Brody's event's the first event. Probably Friday night. I probably watch Brody, and then I'll mosey on home.
Yeah.
I'll get home at a decent hour, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and I can get my stuff together. But Saturday night I'll probably stay and watch Brody's buddies ride bulls too, because that's a bull ride and it's the last event.
Michael Hilliard said the Alabama Catfish Series is on Holt Reservoir at Rock Quarry Boat Ramp this Saturday, the 18th, from 7 to 4. And I know Brian Taylor's fishing in it. Where is that at? That's up your way, ain't it, Shane?
Yeah, so that's right here above Tuscaloosa. It's right
Okay.
below Lock 15. You got Holt Reservoir. Rock Quarry's right there. It's right there between Lock 17 and Holt.
Mm-hmm.
It's big, deep, clear water. There's a lot of
Big
big
spots.
catfish.
Big
It's
spot.
deep. Big spots. Yeah, you seen where my buddy caught 19 pounds the other evening in spots just 2 days ago, I think.
Well, look at him. David Gasson says your mama loves this show more than The Voice or NCIS. Thank you, Mr. That's good. We appreciate that. All right, Joe Allen, other than this new Procure catfish bait that you found in Travis's boat, what's going on at Dunn Sports?
Well, we got everything you want turkey hunting. We got everything in turkey vests, calls. We got Old Tom clothing.
You got one of them Lethe suits, but it's a different brand than Eddie
No,
Salter. It's the same.
Yeah, it's Old Tom.
Old Tom.
Yeah, and we got, like I said, Lethe suits for Old Tom, shirts, pants, head nets, gloves, stuff you lose all the time.
Yeah, things you look for every season.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do right now. Get out your gear. Cameron got all our gear laid out on the table back there. What we got to have, and if we miss anything, he's gonna be ready. He's ready to go. Cameron is.
Yeah, that's good.
We got Apex shells. That's a big thing. They've been hot right now. I don't know what else. Let's see. Snake boot for like cross. Anything you need. We got it all turkey hunting. I guarantee you. It is salter. We got some of those long aluminum
boxes. What about 410 shells? Josh wants to know if you got any 410.
Yeah, I got 410 shells by I think those are Federal, but I got some in.
And Michael Hilliard says the state record blue cat came out of Holt Reservoir. I think that was over 100 pounds. So Big Mama Bryant might catch that state record this weekend. Shane, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Thursday night, Crappie Cast on Shane Jones Crappie Fishing Facebook and YouTube. You and John and Jessica will be on. You might have some more guests.
I might have Shiloh and Patrick Stone. They fish the national trails also. They're 2 hammers. They're great fishermen. Like I said, people tune in there, get your questions ready. We're giving out a lot of information on there, and I enjoy it. And once we get some guests rolling, we kind of prod them, get a little tips out of them, and a lot of people's learning a lot off of the show. And I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah, I'm learning something every time I watch it. I really do. It's just like this show. I listen to y'all just about every Wednesday night.
That's right.
I
Well,
learn
you know,
something from y'all every Wednesday.
sometimes you pick up stuff you're like, man, I forgot to do that, or man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that, or just when you're having doubts about what you need to do and all that stuff, and somebody's got an idea and it works, hey, go with it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I always enjoy listening to y'all every week on this show because I'm never too old to learn, and the way that Joe Allen's in that store. Well, he ain't been in that store in a while, but
I am too.
when he is in that store,
There's no doubt I'm gonna have 15
Oh,
I am dialed in on them.
I had that knob and he got a little
15
twisted in, but after that I'll get it out.
all in there.
Oh yeah.
All right, that was fun.
We got to have a sticker, Big Daddy.
Yeah. And Kevin, I tell you, buddy, my hat's off to you going to them rodeos and fishing all day long, man. I tell you, I hope Rody appreciates you supporting him like that.
Oh,
we
he
all
does.
supporting him, man.
He does.
He's gonna make that 8-second ride and make that 80-point ride this year, I believe.
Yeah, he really's made strides, and hats off to Coach Daniel at school. That he's a bull rider, and he's went above and beyond, and he's talked to everybody that'll listen to him, ask questions on what do I need to do to help Brody, and he has went out of his way to do that, and I can't say anything bad about Coach Daniel.
And if you ain't been by Taylor and Jessica's CT Ward's Power Sport, they got some boats out there.
I was by there this evening.
It's full.
And they doing some mechanic work on my boat.
Mm-hmm.
My lower unit worked out, and I'm paying them a little long right now. So
got on the installment plan.
And they have got a huge inventory. I mean, unreal inventory.
I know.
So
They've got a bunch of boats. I've got some. Everybody always asks me, to me, a boat's just as good as you want it set up. As long as it's a well-built boat, it does not matter. I mean, those boats are well built that he sells, those excels, and I send people about they ask about mine. I said, well, I'm not particular about one boat. I bought this one at the time, and it's set up the way I like it. But you can go. A good welded aluminum boat is a great boat.
Yes, sir.
He's got a good
I
inventory.
believe the XL boat, it's like yours. It's got the 125 bottom instead of the 100.
That's exactly right. You needed. Hey, those guys, I carry a guide, and they're like, hey man, there's stumps in here. I just look, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going right over them stumps and going fishing. I'm not because like you said, it is he said he got some lawnmowers in today.
Zero turn in the day.
Yeah.
Hey, look at him. Y'all look at him now. When we go to picking on Joe Allen, his #1 fan said Wesley Williamson was in Dunn's and Joe Allen waited on him. So he was in the store.
He was dropping off lunch, bud. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't. I take care of customers when I'm there.
Hey, look,
why he dropped off lunch and the Cameron and Bubba was eating back there.
Look, Taylor, what Bud said, Joe Allen's going to leave CT Ward with a new boat, and I wouldn't doubt that.
Sooner or later.
It's about ready to get rid of it.
I'm going to have to because he's going to sell 2 boats for me. So, well.
Hey, the thing about it, hey, if he does, he's going to start catching a lot of fish, Big Daddy. So
he gonna get out of that big old bathtub he's fishing in.
Yeah, I'm going to hurt y'all's feelings because I'll be dialed in now.
No doubt I'm going to have 15 today. So dialed in on them.
Oh, man.
15 today.
That makes me laugh every time y'all play that.
Yeah. Hit the other one just one time for good sake.
Just one time for old. Let me
find
it. I know I got it on here. Here we go. This is the one that get.
Yeah.
Get y'all's ass out here quick. Everything's got a big fish on.
That was in the front yard.
Now listen now.
Get y'all's ass out here quick. Everything's got a big fish on. No shit.
Listen, old Buzz.
He's cutting up in the background.
All right, y'all. That was fun. Appreciate it. Shane, always a pleasure to have you tomorrow. Thursday night.
That's right. Hey, we go. Like I said, thanks to Big Daddy, I've got it linked to YouTube because there's a lot of people that don't have Facebook, so it's going to be live on YouTube and Facebook. So hey, get your questions ready too. Just because you're on YouTube, you'll be able to ask questions also. We'll try to get to all of them.
All right. I've had a great podcast today. Appreciate y'all coming. And we'll see y'all next week. Be sure to watch tomorrow night, Thursday night, 7 o'clock on Shane Jones Crappie Fishing Facebook and YouTube Crappie Cast. See
That's
y'all
right.
next week.
Thank you, Daddy.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk, and climb and do it all on 2 light feet.